Hello and welcome back to a new episode in our worst equipment run of Ultimate General Civil War. And today we are going to fight in the Battle of Shiloh. As you can see, we have very little manpower left because we mobilized everything that we could. Within our first corps, the majority of our forces are still armed with the Springfield M1842, but we have the brigade of Mac Cook armed with the Reboard Farmer, as well as Walton's and Page's brigades armed with the Farmer. We also bring 12 6-pounder field guns, 12 10-pounder ordnances and 10 12-pounder howitzers to the battlefield. And we deploy a unit of shock cavalry armed with the Palmetto M1842 and a unit of hunter snipers. Our freshly recruited 2nd Corps is exclusively armed with the Springfield M1842, and I made sure that every brigade has the size of at least 1,100 soldiers. This corps also fields 12 6-pounder field guns, 12 10-pounder ordnances and 5 12-pounder howitzers. And they also have a unit of sharp snipers because no hunters were available, and they have a unit of skirmishing cavalry armed with the Sharps model 1855. Within our armory you can see that we have completely used up all of the Farmers, Reboard Farmers and the Springfields M1842s, and we only have some Springfield 1855s in stock. Within our skirmishing equipment we only have some Sharps model 1855s lying around. For our cavalry you can see that we still have 170 Cook and Brothers musketoons lying around, but they were not enough to equip an actually capable fighting force with it, but maybe we are going to capture a few more of those in the future. And we have also used up all of the artillery in our armory. And in preparation of this fight another point was invested into army organization. According to our reconnaissance, the Confederates are going to attack us with 48,600 soldiers and 120 artillery pieces, while we are going to get support by 14,077 Union soldiers and 5 guns. And together with our 1st and 2nd Corps, we are going to field 41,700 soldiers and 68 artillery pieces. The Confederates heavily outnumber us, but we are fighting on good defensive ground, and this should give us the advantage that we need. We have transported our army via the Tennessee River to this location, Pittsburgh Landing, and we are preparing to advance further south. Our encampments are spread out to warn off any possible rebel attack, starting from the west at Shiloh Church and ending here on the west bank of the Tennessee River. We are expecting General Buell tomorrow, then we will unite our forces and strike out over southern soil. General, our pickets have reported enemy movements a few miles south. Maybe it's a decoy tactic and rebels are planning to attack us from another direction. In any case, our right flank at Shiloh Church must be defended. It would be wise to deploy some skirmishers to scout this area to try and understand the Confederates' true intentions. Mobilize your forces and stay alert. We have reserves to help you with more troops if needed. The orders have been given and our men are jumping into action. We are going to deploy our defensive line alongside these positions, while our skirmishers are going to rush forward to delay the enemy as long as possible. Our 6-pounder field guns are getting into position to make sure that this weak spot in our lines can not be crossed by the enemy, and I hope that we are going to receive reinforcements soon. I'm mostly interested in our snipers, as they would be deployed over here to lay down devastating fire on this enemy flank if they approach our lines. Sill and Roberts can hold their ground. Roberts, you need to get a little bit back. Very good. This should give you optimal cover. Over here Kitching is guarding over here. I'm not going to deploy him into cover because it looks like the enemy would have a good fighting position over this flank and could easily drive him away. Over here Devons and Tuthill are also in position. I'm also going to order our 6-pounders to hold and to not engage. And over here our skirmishers are in position. And we have now been notified that the enemy fighting force has been detected. Let's order our skirmishers to hold their ground. Let's get Turtle Man forward just a little bit. And as soon as Get's skirmishers are in position, we should have an eye on the enemy force. Let's get him forward slightly. Maybe we can hit some of the rebel forces in the flank. I want stealth skirmishers over here, and Robert's men can shift slightly. Kitching, you're also going to move down here, and we have Shaver. He is advancing with 2,900 soldiers, and we have Avery's cavalry. Kite, hold your ground. Still, hold your ground. Open up. Very good. There is Avery hit. And we have Wood coming up with 2,900 men. These skirmishers can withdraw under fire. Kite has fired. Come on. Fall back, fall back, fall back. Very good. Sils is giving covering fire. Kite should be quicker than one brigade. And over here I want Kitching and Roberts to attack Shaver to delay him. Wood is now shifting his forces and more soldiers are approaching on our side. We have General Hardy over here. And more elements of the army of the Mississippi are approaching. We have Stewart coming up. Kite, if you regain your vigor, this would be perfect. You could hit Wood in the flank. Roberts and Kitching, you need to withdraw. They've already taken 30 casualties. There is no way in hell that they can hold out. Over here, Stills can still fight for a little while. No, they cannot. Shaver is coming up. Disengage. Fall back, disengage. We have Kite skirmishers coming up to open up on Wood's flank. This is hopefully going to increase the casualty list for our enemy. Kite, come on. Okay, Kite's men are still demoralized. Meaning that their fire is just trickling onto the enemy and not going to result in devastating volleys. Over here we have Stewart and Bankhead's artillery coming in. Kitching, you're going to shift and you're going to hit Stewart's flank. And over here Kite's skirmishers need to fall back further. I want them to get back to our main fighting line. Sills, you're going to try to get their flank. And Kitching can now also fall back. Stewart has shifted his position and more enemy forces are coming up. Sills men were flanked, they are now routed. Kite's men are routed. This is not good. But at least we are making sure that the enemy has wasted a lot of time so far. Unfortunately, Wood has been lured onto our flank. Let's hope Kite can hold them off. And our 6-pounders can soon get into action. I want the skirmishers to get into this little hamlet. They can deliver some cover fire over on this open section. And Kite's men are going to be sent over here to make sure that this flank is not going to be contested. At least they can warn us if anyone is approaching from that side. Enemy supplies are coming in. And more brigades of Pulse Corps are arriving. We see Stevens over here, we see Russell coming up. And our skirmishing line over here soon needs to disengage. Maybe we can get Devon's skirmishers forward without getting spotted. They could deliver a nice volley on Stewart's flank. Stewart is shifting. We see Devon's coming up. Okay, we have at least inflicted 3 casualties. Devon's now get back. We see Russell charging. Kitching skirmishers are getting ready. And we see Shaver approaching. Kite skirmishers are almost ready. Let's give them the hold command. Avery's cavalry is coming up. And I want this cavalry unit destroyed if possible. Stewart is approaching our lines. No, Shaver it is. And over here Avery's casualty list is increasing. They only have 91 men left. And these skirmishers are soon going to withdraw to our main line. Kite has the Springfield M1842. He has reloaded and delivered a nice volley onto the enemy. This is this enemy fighting force destroyed. Wood is coming up. I wonder if I should shift over our 6-pounders, but I would love to focus them on our center. And it looks like the enemy is now getting into our rear. Shaver is coming up. 6-pounders, shift on Shaver and open fire. Six-pounders, you are allowed to open fire. Why are you not shooting? I do not know what's going on over there. Maybe we need to shift them around slightly. Roberts, Kitching, Devons and Tutter, you can reattach. 6-pounders, iron in. Yes, we hit Lindsay. Very good. All of our infantries are ordered to hold. And now a good volley should be rained down on Lindsay's forces. Very nice. Robert seems to be blocked by his own retreating skirmishers. Lindsay is falling back. There is this opportunity gun. Wood over here is preparing to fight and we are receiving some reinforcements. I want Iverson in this gap and I want Rivera over here. Price, you're going to be a reserve in our center. The same goes with Darden. Sherman, you're going to get up over here. I do not think that the enemy is going to push heavily on this flank. In any case, we have the reserves necessary. But we do not have supplies. We will have to be prudent with those. The supplies of our 6-pounders are already getting tested. Cell is fighting Shaver. Shaver is standing in the water. He has very little cover. And I want Kite's detachment to hit Woods. Over here we see that Stevens is coming up on the flank. Let's order our 6-pounders to get around, if possible. Well, it wasn't the most effective volley, but it was at least something. And over here Wood is coming up. Kite on the double. You're going to rush out of cover and you're going to hit Woods in the flank. Kite skirmishers are withdrawing. We are hitting Wood. Very good volley. Rivera and Iverson on the double. Kite, you're going to fall back slightly into the cover of the woods. Now you're going to hold. And the 6-pounders need to shift around on Shaver. Shaver is charging our lines. And Stewart is coming up. Darden on the double. Price on the double. And they're getting more forces on our left flank. Let's hope we can hold out. Kite is in position to hit Wood's flank. This should give us the advantage on this flank. Iverson, you're going to focus on the flank of Shaver. And our 6-pounders are getting ready to open fire. Price, I think you need to get over here. They are soon going to charge these positions. You can now also stop running. Darden, you can stop running. And there we have Shaver routed. 6-pounders wheeled around. I want you on Stewart. Stewart has 2,800 soldiers. If he tries to attack Kitching, he could very well break through. Over here Stevens is getting ready and Russell is getting ready. Okay, we have Shaver defeated for the moment. Iverson, wheel around. Cell is getting back into cover. Darden, I want you to focus over on this section. This is where I'm expecting the next Confederate attack. Our 6-pounders are getting ready. Come on, unleash fire. On Johnson. You have not fired yet. Destroy Johnson. Very good fire. Darden, I'm once again ordering you to stop. You are now needed behind Roberts. Iverson, get over here on the enemy flank. You are going to shift around constantly. River and Kite, you're going to hold over here. Iverson is coming up. And it looks like we were able to defeat Johnson. Roberts has already taken 120 casualties. So, focus those again. Very good. And now hold. It looks like there is enemies coming up. Iverson, fall back. 6 pounders open up on Stuart. Okay, this is a good position. Price, I want your skirmishers to first get on this position and then maybe on the flank of Stevens. Devons is delivering good fire on them. Tuttle is also able to fight. Very good. Johnson is falling back. And Stuart should now be getting torn to bits by our artillery. Iverson, you now need to shift as Wood is coming up. He would get your flank. And so far we are holding quite well. Sherman has taken barely any casualties. Our own corps has taken 7. And we see Kite opening up on Wood's flank. Rivera, I'm ordering you forward on the double. You should be able to hit his flank. There doesn't seem to be anything focusing on this side, so let's make sure that we can use these forces effectively to continuously hit the enemy whenever opportune. Wood is now shifting. Get back into cover before you get hit by enemy flanking fire. Hold again. And over here I want these skirmishers to get, yes, they can hit the enemy. And in this case I want Price to overtake his own skirmishers, so that we can maximize our firepower on that flank. Over here we can see that Stuart is finally wavering. Our 6 pounders took a few hits, but nothing life-changing. And over here I want Kite's skirmishers on the flank of Wood. Wood is taking a lot of casualties, but I think we can hit them even harder. Robert's morale is still looking good. I'm not going to replace him until later. These 6 pounders are focusing on Cleburne, it seems. This is very good for us. He has 2,800 soldiers and we definitely need to take care of him. These skirmishers can reattach. And it looks like Wood was routed. Let's send Kite skirmishers back so that we can simply order them into action whenever we need. Sill is fighting. I do not know if he's shooting Shaver or if he's focusing on any of these exposed flanks. It also doesn't really matter. Stevens' brigade has bled heavily. Price is now getting into position and getting some sweet action. Iverson is opening up on Shaver. Shaver is shifting around. Iverson does not have a lot of cover. I'm wondering if we should call him back. But Shaver has even less, so let's focus on destroying the enemy for now. Kite, I'm also going to order you down. We have Rivera over here holding against Wood if he comes back. So let's get our soldiers into action. I think Stevens should be repelled soon. He's getting hit from multiple sides. There is Wood. Kite got off a good volley and now he needs to fall back. He is getting flanked. But so far he only took very few casualties. Iverson also needs to shift back to make sure that his flank is safe and to protect the flank of Sill. Our 6 pounders are now running out of ammunition. So far we have held quite well. We have taken 10% casualties. Roberts is still in good fighting shape. I am only going to call him back on the very last moment, so that we preserve the amount of manpower and ammunition in Darden's brigade. Kitching is also delivering very good fire. We have Stuart coming up. 6 pounders shift on Stuart. Wood is now once again in the fight. Let's get Kite's skirmishers forward. Reverse also going to get forward. And the Confederates have started to attack our left. The Confederates are messing on our left flank. We must make a defensive line to hold them. We still get more reinforcements as soon as they are available. Our main objective is to hold the center of our encampment. And our left. Godspeed, General. Once more, our soldiers rush to their positions. The plan is simple. We are going to hold this line over here. This should give us some good fighting ground, especially this opening over here. The enemy is going to be exhausted after they had to march up the hill, and then they're going to be without any cover, getting shot from multiple directions out of these woods. We have 10 pounders over here opening fire. We have 6 pounders behind our lines. All of these guns are for now ordered to hold their fire, and we have deployed a skirmishing line to scout out the area and to delay the enemy as long as possible. Huntsmen are coming up. I want him to fall back a little bit actually. This should give him a little bit more cover. We have Caldwell over here. And we have Walton skirmishers holding this gap. Our hunter snipers are also in the area. I want them to focus down on everyone that approaches down here. And we can see that the first enemy contingents are coming up. We have Gibson and we have Anderson. Anderson seems to focus on this side, while Gibson tries to immediately attack this position. We have a strong enemy battery coming up over here. They have 450 guns. I therefore assume that they're going to have 18 artillery pieces in their battery, as we have 12 guns and 300 soldiers in ours. They just need to get a little bit closer until we can order our soldiers into action. Very good, our skirmishers are hitting the enemy. And as soon as Gibson has advanced to this position, I'm going to order our 6 pounders to open fire. For now, our infantry is ordered to hold their ground. McNair skirmishers also need to hold their ground. And the battle can soon begin. I'm going to speed up time for the moment. And enemy artillery is wasting precious ammunition. We see that more enemy brigades are coming up. And Hunt's skirmishers are still fighting very well. They get roughly as many casualties as they inflict, and there is Jenkins' cavalry coming up. They could significantly harm our skirmishers. I'm preparing to call our skirmishers back. We can see that Jenkins' cavalry is also marching over on this direction. And over here we see Pont deploying for battle. They would be in the effective range of our 10 pounders. Still, I do not want to order them to shoot. I also want our 10 pounders to hold their ground to make sure that they are not going to shift their firing field unless specifically ordered to. Jenkins is now engaging Caldwell's skirmishers. Caldwell is delivering some good fire, and they might even get a flanking shot on Claimer's advancing forces. And down here these skirmishers are taking more and more hits. Yeah, it is about time that I order them to reattach. These skirmishers are not ordered to hold anymore. Come on, Gibson, just get a little bit closer. Our guns are ironed in, and I'm now giving the fire command. Nice volley, only 5 hits so far, and Hunt's main force can open up on the flank of Gibson. He does not seem to know where he should face his brigade. Upton, hold your ground, you can hit him very good. Nice. And we've got some more units to defend the area. I want Hunton to focus down here. Dennison, you are needed on our far left. These sharps snipers, I want to focus them over on this ground. And we have some howitzers that I'm going to position in the middle of our line. These 10-pounders can now also engage the enemy. And we see Jenkins cavalry coming up. Upton skirmishers, you need to fall back for the moment. Reattach for the time being. And our sharp snipers are coming up. I want them on the flank. They should be able to shoot roughly from this area on Gibson's flank. Cardwell skirmishers are in the meantime going to cover him. These skirmishers can reattach. Let's get Walton over in this gap. Page can shift ever so slightly. We have Hunton over here holding his ground, meaning that Page's skirmishers can also reattach for the time being. And we see that tribute is coming up. Okay, Caldwell skirmishers, you need to fall back, and we need to order these sharps behind our main line. Walton is coming up just in time to make sure that this attack will not go to get through our men. Our 10-pounders are hitting Jackson, very good. Not so many casualties have been caused up to this point, but they are definitely going to make every shot count. Our sharps are getting ready. Let's order them to hold. And Cardwell skirmishers, I want to reattach. Walton, you're also going to hold your ground for the moment. And as the enemy is not ready to engage over here, I'm going to send these snipers around to hit the enemy in the rear. We hear an enemy charge. Are we able to deliver a shot on the enemy before we have to withdraw? No, we have to withdraw immediately. There is the enemy coming up. Very disappointing. 12-pounders open up on Sharmas. Walton. Shift on the double. Now hold your ground and open fire. I was hoping we could use our snipers to better effect up to this point, but this was not possible. We see Jenkins cavalry down here. They should get shot to pieces. Our sharps should have a very good firing line on the enemy. And our 6-pounders are focusing on Tribute. Hunt's men have taken a few casualties, but they're delivering good fire on Gibson. And we can see that the enemy starts to push over here. 10-pounders open up on Stevens. These 12-pounders should be enough fire support on Sharma. And these hunters. As much as I like their firing position over here, I want them to open up on the exposed enemy on this flank. Page, you need to hold your ground. The enemy is going to come up and Anderson is going to be your target. Hold your ground once more. Do not expose yourself. And our snipers need to reload faster. We have Denison's brigade over here as a reserve. Caldwell is now taking casualties. Jenkins is coming up once more. And they're delivering good fire on Tribute, but so far only inflicted 31 casualties. Stevens and Martin are coming up on our flank, meaning that McNear and Hunted are going to have some work cut out for them. Our hunters are opening fire. It looks like they hit them. McNear, why are you rear flanked? You should be focusing on this position. I'm very sorry if I've given you the wrong order to position yourself. And 10-pounders open up on the exposed flank of Martin. Down here we are also holding quite well, but we are heavily outnumbered. Cardwell is not able to shoot, but I also do not want to send him forward. Every step forward is going to expose their flank to the enemy. Very nice, our sharps are doing their job. And Cardwell is getting ready to hit Jenkins. Nice fire. Jenkins is unfortunately still in the fight. And down here it looks like the fight against Gibson has stopped completely. I'm not complaining. This is going to save manpower for us. And it looks like the enemy is preparing to charge this position. Unfortunately, we do not have any reserves in the area, and we also do not have a general that we could send in. Let's just hope our forces are strong enough to hold until reinforcements arrive. We're going to shift our 12 pounders around. And I wonder if it would be wise to send our reserves over, but I think we are going to need them over here. However, the question is, can we send Dennison forward and can he hit the flank of Tribune? Over here we can see that Hunton is able to hit the flank of Gallatin. Page is delivering some good fire, but he's already taken 50 casualties. And yes, there is Gallatin falling back. Very nice, very nice. Our snipers should also be able to hit the flank of Martin. And we now hear an enemy charge. Trebue is coming up, but we are able to hit him from multiple sides. Our sharps should also be able to deliver some good fire. And together with our 6-pounders who are running out of ammunition, Trebue should simply be pushed back. Very good fire, very good fire. Dennison, get ready once more. So far only killed enemies and not has taken a single casualty. Very nice volley. More enemy forces are coming up. Gallatin has refound his fighting strength. And our 10-pounders are now also running out of ammunition. McNair skirmishers are hitting Martin. It doesn't look like Hunton can fire back, but we would have to send them out of cover to engage the enemy. And I do not want to do that. Our hunters can focus on the enemy that they have in front of them. They do not need to shift. These 12-pounders, I want them on Anderson. Trebue is still on the fight. He is down to 2,500 soldiers. And so far we are holding our line quite effectively. 34 minutes until more reinforcements should arrive on the battlefield. And Lieutenant Colonel Kelly Walton is killed. So far our only officer casualty, as far as I am informed at least. And we can get our hunters forward a little bit on the flank of Martin. They weren't able to shoot. Let's hope they are not going to get hit by Anderson, but it looks like Anderson is going to focus on Page, who is very well entrenched. Walton has taken over 120 casualties. And he's going to be hit from multiple sides. If his numbers drop below 900, we might have to replace him with someone, but we do not really have anyone to replace him with. Over here Trebue is finally wavering. And we see that these forces are moving closer and closer to our line. Gibson? No, Gallatin is also shifting his forces. I wonder if they want to hit our center next. Let's focus our 12-pounders on Gallatin. It looks like he is preparing for something. And over here Jenkins is falling back. We have driven back Trebue. Let's send our sharps forward just for a minute. Our 6-pounders are focusing on this unit down here. They are now completely out of ammunition. Our 10-pounders are also out. And our 12-pounders only have very few rounds left. Our snipers are hitting Martin's flank. Martin is down to 1,900 soldiers, taking some good casualties, and McNear's skirmishers are still on the field. Very good. As long as these skirmishers hold, it doesn't look like they are willing to attack further on this flank. 10-pounders are also shooting on Martin, but I would like them to focus on Stefan. Stefan has 2,800 soldiers. And he is standing in the water without cover. Trebue is coming up again. Sharps deliver a volley. Nice fire, nice fire. Now fall back behind our main line. I want to keep you alive. I do not know when we will have the option to resupply you. And you are going to be quite the valuable asset. These hunters have taken a few casualties, but they've also already killed over 130 rebel soldiers. Trebi is charging in. Everyone focus on him. Our sharps are getting blocked. I do not know from who. But at least we have a good amount of soldiers ready to hit him. Now our sharps are getting ready. Let's also order our 12 pounders to shoot him. Caldwell, you need to hold. I know your morale is looking bleak. You are down to 40% of his morale. He is going to waver very, very, very soon. Upton, shift around. Deliver another fire onto the enemy. Good volley, good volley. I do not know if we can replace Caldwell with something. Let's order Dennison around. Maybe he is going to arrive in time. Sharps, stay back. And more rebels are getting spotted. We are now ordered to withdraw to the Hornet's Nest. The Confederates keep attacking us. This is a perfect occasion to establish a new defensive barrier. The rebels will have to dislodge us from here to proceed towards Pittsburgh Landing. It is advised to quickly secure this area before our flanks get overrun. By delaying them as much as possible around Shiloh Church, we increase our chance to secure Pittsburgh Landing. Good luck, General. The next phase of the battle can begin and fresh orders have been given out. We are indeed going to withdraw for a short while, but we are not going to follow the orders given to withdraw to the Hornet's Nest. Instead, I want to establish a new defensive line around this section, and we're going to send some skirmishing cavalry over here to make sure that our flanks are protected. Colonel Henry Kitching is killed. And over here Roberts is taking more and more casualties. Johnson is repelled, and over here Kitching has been also repelled. Devens, you need to shift. Tuttle and Price are hopefully able to deliver fire on Stevens. Devens, now you need to shift back as this guy is falling back. Darden. No, I do not want to get you into cover, you just need to get onto this defensive ground. Roberts, you need to fall back. I would like to replace you with someone, but we simply do not have anyone to replace you with. The 6-pounders have reached their new line. Very good. Everyone over here has reached their new fighting position. And it looks like over here enemy skirmishing cavalry is getting ready to attack our flanks. We have our own skirmishing cavalry coming up, and we have McCook coming up to replace soldiers in the center in case they get repelled. Pond is now starting to attack. Hunton should be able to hit them. Well, not quite well yet, but we are getting there. Let's focus these 10-pounders on the enemy flank. And more artillery is coming up to support our lines. Ammunition is also coming up. This should give us a good fighting position. Rivera, I want you to fall back, and Cat skirmishers can also fall back. Still, you need to shift around slightly. And now hold your ground again. Roberts, you need to hold your ground. Darden, you need to hold your ground. And Kitching, you need to prepare behind our lines. These supplies are coming up, and we can see another charge of wood over here. Iverson, hold. Kite, hold. Over here, Cobb has arrived on the battlefield. He can stop running. Hunt is also present. And it looks like our flank over here is holding so far. Our hunters have taken a few casualties, but they're still focusing on the flank of Martin. Our 10-pounders are now also opening up, and supplies have reached our line. And we have now received more reinforcements. I want them on this flank. And we hear a charge of Cleburne. Cobb opening up on Cleburne. 6-pounders opening up. 12-pounders are also opening up. They should not be able to break through. Hunt also shift. Hunt is armed with the Springfield. Now opening up. Cobb is taking some nasty casualties. Cleburne is now trying to fall back. Unfortunately, Hunt is out of ammunition. Supplies are going to be delivered shortly. Cobb is a fresh unit able to deliver a good amount of fire. These supplies are getting down here. Wood is now on our flank again. River, you are going to shift onto him. Kite, you're also going to wheel out of your position to hit the enemy flank. We are going to devastate the Confederate attack. McNair skirmishers are about to be broken. Let's send McNair forward. And let's send them on the double. So far they have not seen a lot of action. And they should be able to deliver some good fire on Pond's flank. These snipers are focusing on Anderson. McCook has reached our lines. And it looks like the enemy is not focusing on our center, but I also do not want to open up our lines in an attack. Bruce is coming up. I want him in our center. It looks like we are going to need him. Over here, Hazen and Ammon are coming up. Supplies are going to be delivered alongside the entire front. This is very good. We have shock heavy in reserve in case that the enemy break through. And these 10-pounders, I want to focus them on Pond. Pond has an open flank and he is still fighting McNair skirmishers. Our hunters have taken 61 casualties. Can they also... Yes, they can get Pond without exposing their position. Very good. Dennison, you're going to move forward and you're going to get Cleburne's flank. And Lyle is going to get a little bit closer to the 6-pounders to deliver some more ammunition. Over here Davis is also getting forward. And we are going to start our attack on Wood. Iverson has taken 190 casualties. We hear another enemy charge. Ah yes, there is Gibson coming up. Dennison skirmishers, reattach. 6-pounders and 12-pounders, shift your target. And our sharps can move up onto this position. This should allow them to fight through these gaps. McNair is battling Martin. He has been wounded, but Martin is falling back. Very good. Ammon and Hazen are coming up. Hazen, I want him over here. Ammon, I think, is going to be needed over on this location. McNair, fall back. Pond is coming up with everything that he can muster. Our hunters want to attack. Let's call them back also. McNair, withdraw further. Now you are in good cover. Hold your ground again. Very good. We are holding back the enemy quite effectively. Hazen, I want you to entrench this line. McNair skirmishers, you can fall back. I'm going to get you as close to your parents' unit as possible. If you are not... Well, there is this unit destroyed. I was hoping we could get them out, but that was not a possibility. These skirmishers can reattach to their main line. Over here we still have some ammunition left. Let's make sure that supplies are going to be delivered over here. Price is delivering good fire. Where are our supplies? I want him to deliver a small supply run and then return to this position. It looks like the enemy is focusing on the center and on our right flank. On this flank, luckily we have a lot of forces and we have a very good position to put the enemy into crossfire. We can also send our skirmishing cavalry in to shoot on the flank of Pond. We see that Jenkins is over here. I do not know where they are moving. But I hope that they are not going to engage us, so that we can focus further on Pond. But I want to send our shock cavalry down, just in case that they try to outflank us. We now have a very good looking battle line. Let's get Rivera forward. So far he has only killed enemies, but has not taken a single casualty. This is very good. He is also quite well rested. And I really like how this battle is developing so far. Devon skirmishers, you can reattach. These sharp snipers can get forward on Gibson. Our hunters are shooting Martin. And Pond is getting hit in the flank. Our skirmish cavalry needs to withdraw as Jenkins is coming in. Shockav, get into position. Attack them as well. Maybe we can stop Jenkins in his tracks. Very good. It looks like Jenkins is withdrawn. Our shock have just took 24 casualties. Come on, are you able to hit them? I know this terrain is terrible for cavalry. But if we are lucky, we might be able to defeat Jenkins' cavalry for good. Casualties are mounting for our shock cavalry, but they now hit Jenkins. Jenkins is withdrawing. Let's hit him harder. And Hazen, you need to get closer to our line. Over here we have a unit out of ammunition. Lyle is going to get closer to deliver some. And our sharp snipers have made their way on Cleburne's flank. We need to be careful that they do not take too many casualties in case that the enemy counterattacks. And over here Stevens is about to be wiped out. Multiple brigades are focusing their fire on them. Rivera has taken 5 casualties, maybe from artillery. It doesn't look like Shaver is actually engaging him. Shaver, in fact, doesn't look like he's going to engage anyone. He is just holding his ground. Well, in that case, he is going to be very good target practice for our soldiers. And it looks like we have broken the enemy attack. Over here our cavalry is still in melee. Jenkins is taking more and more casualties and it doesn't look like he's able to withdraw. Our cavalry is going to exhaust itself in the fight, as the swampy ground is going to be terrible for their horses, but we were successful. Shock cavalry fall back. Skirmishing cavalry on the flank of Pond. Our hunters are shooting at Breckenbridge. And I now want them to get out just a little bit. Maybe they can hit Anderson. Page is low on ammunition. Lyle is over here delivering some, but we are soon going to run out. Very nice fire across the board. Over here Gibson is coming back. Cleburne is falling back. Let's order our sharps to withdraw behind our line to make sure that they are not going to get killed. And I'm going to order Bruce forward. Hunt, you're going to close this gap. Bruce is going to get into this opening and then we might use him for some limited pushes. Hunter sniper surrendered? Why? Why have our sniper surrendered? This makes absolutely no sense. Okay, shock cavalry, I have a new job for you. You are trying to get our snipers back. McCook, you're going to march into this open hole in our lines. It didn't even look like our snipers took casualties. I do not understand why they surrendered. Maybe we're able to hit them over here. Maybe we're going to make sure they come back to our lines. This is very disappointing. Over here Shaver is still standing in the water. Let's make sure we continue to hit them. And it looks like Johnson's brigade might also break through. Stevens is down to 500 soldiers. We have 1 hour left to hold until the next objective begins. Ammon, you need to hold your ground. Hunton, you also need to hold your ground. The same goes with Hazen. Our skirmish cav is falling back for the moment. Shock cavalry, get out of the water, come on. Move over here, we need to find our skirmishers again. We see that Cleburne is coming up. Can we wheel Bruce around just a little bit without exposing his flank? That way we might maximize our firepower. Double time it, Bruce, double time it. Okay, it doesn't look like Cleburne is able to flank him. We are hitting Russell, but Russell is very well entrenched. And Stevens is down to 400 soldiers. All in all, I am happy with our defensive line. Now we just need to find our snipers again. Skirmishing cavalry, you're going to wheel around, you're going to hit the flank of Pond. Martin is falling back. We have General Bragg and Breckenbridge over in this section. And if you're not careful, we are going to run into enemy artillery lines. But let's hope we can still get our skirmishers back. Over here Stevens is falling back. We have spotted enemy guns. Shorkev, move up. And please move a little bit quicker. For some reason they're moving very, very slow. Let's hope that they can still find our snipers. I do not want to lose that unit. And Rivera is out of ammunition. Let's get Cat forward. He is going to replace him. He still has some more ammunition. And over here we can see enemy cavalry charging. Maybe we're able to destroy this unit. It looks like this is melee cavalry. Very good fire from Devons. Cat is now in position and he is once again going to attack Shaver. And so far we were not able to find our missing guys. This is very disappointing. Skirmishing Kev, another attack on pawn please. These supplies are empty, let's make sure that they withdraw. And if we are unable to find the enemy units, we are going to engage the enemy artillery line. It looks like Shaver is willing to put up a fight, so let's get Cat falling back. If he is willing to charge, we are going to get him, but so far it doesn't look like it. Lindsay is coming up again, he is taking more casualties, he is now routed. And it looks like Kite is able to hit Wood. Shaver should not be able to reach Kite or Iverson. Wood is opening up. And he should be repelled almost immediately. Very good fire, there is Wood falling back. These supplies you're going to get over here for the moment. Bruce is still able to deliver fire, he is taking some morale penalties from the enemy flanking fire. Let's get him back. Cobb has taken 400 casualties in this fight. And Cleburne is coming up. These 12 pointers I want to focus on Cleburne, and these sharp snipers I want to get over here. There they might be able to deliver some good fire. Bruce, where are you running? Come back here. And it looks like our valuable snipers are from the field for good. Skirmish Kev, once more, attack Pont. And our shock cavalry is going to attack enemy artillery lines. We see some guns over here, but they are protected. Our sharps are getting ready to attack Gibson. Nice volley, nice volley. They're still hidden. Very good. And once this unit is repelled, we might even be able to attack those guns. Our skirmishers are doing a number on Pont. Pont is now wavering. He is going to run away. Very good. And over here we have found Robertson's artillery. Let's get closer, deliver a good hit, and then fall back. Down here Shaver is in the water again. He is delivering some pot shots. Let's get our boys forward. And let's also get Rivera forward. Davies is still delivering some ammunition. And we have ran headfirst into enemy guns. Okay, supplies are falling back over there. I guess they are empty. And I do not know if we are able to get our shock cavalry out of this engagement. Brian is getting ready, Hudson is getting ready, and Hubbard is also getting ready. But we are able to deliver some casualties on the enemy. So even if this cavalry unit gets destroyed, I think it is going to be worth it. Over here I want everyone to focus on Martin. He is down to 980 soldiers. I guess he's taken almost 3/4 of his brigade as casualties. And down here our guns are going to be torn to pieces shortly unless they close the distance to Hubbard. Yeah, they're getting flanked and now they are routed. Let's hope they get out of there. It was a good attack, but it was also not focused to completely annihilate the guns, just to distract them. We see that Lindsay's cavalry is coming up over here. Our shock cav is down to 390 soldiers. They are going to withdraw to our main line if possible. And we are now ordered to hold Pittsburgh Landing. We have established our last line of defense at Pittsburgh Landing. If the rebels take it, it's all over. We will be surrounded and destroyed. The ironclads USS Tyler and USS Lexington are standing off the bank of Pittsburgh Landing, ready to assist us. They will constantly bombard any enemy that gets close. Well, that's very kind of them. But I also do not think that we are going to need them. So far we are holding our line quite effectively. Wood is charging in, Kite is also charging in. We can see that Stewart and Johnson are charging. Over here Rivera is battling Shaver. Let's hope our 6-pounders can stop this enemy attack. But we also have Kitching at the ready. Let's wheel him around. Yeah, Darden was repelled, but Johnson is also repelled. Our 6-pounders need to iron in on Stewart. Let's make sure Roberts is going to wheel around. Hit Stewart. These boys are withdrawing. The enemy is not going to be able to break us. Kitching on the double. Yes, I know you have to move in front of Stewart, but you should not obstruct the field of fire of our artillery. Anderson is coming up. Let's focus these 10-pounders on them. McNair is also opening up. McCook has taken a couple casualties, but not many. He is still fresh and Anderson is already wavering. Our shock cav is ready to move again. We are going to send them all the way around. And our skirmishing cavalry is holding our line. So far this is not looking too bad. Davey still has some supplies. He is going to move alongside the entire front line, delivering what he can, and after that he is going to stay close to our artillery. We see that Bankhead's artillery is moving in this area. Let's get Rivera falling back, get in cover and hope that Shaver is going to attack us once more, so that we can isolate those guns. Our Sharps are delivering some fire. Let's focus them on Gladden. Lindsay's cavalry is coming up. Caldwell is reloading. They should not get out of that interaction. And over here Cobb is fighting. Cobb has taken over 450 casualties. He is standing quite exposed. Let's hope that he is going to survive this charge. After that I'm going to replace him with Bruce. Bruce, you're going to march up already. Price, open fire. Hunt, open fire. Come on. Nice volley, nice volley. Yes, Massacre Cleburne. Very good. Bruce, get in here. Cobb, fall back. You're going to move up over here as a last reserve. Hunt, I need to focus you down here. And it now looks like there is a nice opening that our snipers can exploit to hit enemy artillery. Hazen is battling Pond. Let's get our skirmishing cavalry on the enemy flank again. And our shock cav can also get ready. Maybe they can get another good attack onto the enemy. They have bled heavily, but they are not out of the fight yet. We do not know where Shaver went, so let's get Rivera forward. We know that enemy artillery is somewhere around this direction. And our Sharps are getting flanked. They have been spotted. Okay. Deliver fire on the enemy artillery, now fall back. There is no point wasting another unit of snipers. Our skirmish cav is in position. They're going to hit Pond. Our shock cav is getting ready in the enemy rear. And we are then going to hit Pond. 10 pounders open up on Martin. These 10 pounders can still focus on Anderson. Very good. Now, charge in. Oh no, fall back. Pond is getting ready. He has spotted our attack plan. Major Pedro Bragg is wounded. Our shock cavalry is taking additional casualties. But we are now able to hit them in the rear. Now they want to focus to the front again, and we are going to charge in. We have a strong brigade under Russell still on the field, and we see that the enemy is preparing for another attack. Roberts, hold your ground. Kitching, hold your ground. Darden, get behind our main line. Sel, you can wheel around, and this brigade was now completely destroyed. Devens has taken close to 500 casualties. And we see that the enemy is not able to break through, but we hear some melee fighting. Our shock cavalry was unfortunately repelled, but we have delivered some good fire on Pond. Now our skirmishing cavalry needs to get out of dodge. Hazen, open up on Pond's flank. Nice volley. We are almost completely out of ammunition, making our fight harder than it has to be. And I wish we still had the hunter snipers. I do not know where they went or why they run. We see Cleburne is getting torn to bits. He is down to 1,000 soldiers. Very good. And over here River is fighting with Trick. Let's get Cat forward. And let's also get some skirmishes out. Okay, we can see that Shaver is in this direction. With some additional support we might be able to hit the enemy flank over here hard. We have to hold for 3 more minutes. This fight is going to be over soon. We have inflicted a lot of casualties, and I'm almost certain that the enemy is not going to be able to break through. Pond is still in the area. Can we get our skirmishing cavalry forward again? Our shock cav need to fall back. They cannot do anything anymore. And I want our sharps to move up on Russell's flank. They've already destroyed over 859 rebels. And over here Trick's guns are falling back. Let's get Rivere forward on Bankhead. And we see some melee fighting. Pond is willing to gamble an attack and trying to break our flank, but he should not be able to get through our lines. Emma needs to hold fast as Statham is approaching, but our skirmishing cavalry is here shooting Pond in the back, and Hampton is also here. Hazen's morale is holding and Pond is now wavering. Very good. Pond is going to be out of this battle for now. 10 pounders open up on Martin. These 10 pounders I want to open up on Statham. These snipers are trying to get Russell. Russell has not taken that many casualties in this engagement. Killiburn is coming up again, but has been routed. Stewart is coming up again. Let's get our 10 pounder. Let's get our 6 pounders ready. And I want to get Darden behind our 6 pounders. They might be able to give out some supporting fire. Kite needs to shift. Shaver is able to hit his flank. And I want Averson and Sel to move forward. They should be able to deliver some nice fire on Shaver. Come on, Kite, get forward just a little bit. Double time it. Oh yes, there are Bankhead's numbers dropping. Very good, down to 370 soldiers. Shaver is occupied in the area. Russell is also finally taking some casualties, and down here we have Caldwell and Walton holding the line. Enemy forces are very strong, but we are holding out. Sherman is in the area motivating the men. And I want Hazen to come up to hit the flank of Martin. Let's make sure our skirmishing cavalry is holding up this area to make sure our flanks are protected. And it looks like the enemy lines are now starting to falter. Bankhead is falling back. Let's get Rivera over here. Unfortunately, Kite needs to focus on Shaver. He has not been yet defeated, even though multiple brigades are fighting him. Reverse skirmishers, you're going to hunt down Bankhead. The same goes with the skirmish line of Kite. Let's hope we can deliver a good volley before Trick has reloaded. He is getting ready. Okay, this was some good fire. This might break their morale. And over here Stuart is willing to waste more lives of his soldiers. Very nice fire, very nice fire. The enemy charge has stopped. They are trying to get into lines. Bruce and Price are battling Russell. Let's get Bruce forward. Our Sharps are also battling Russell. Down here Cardwell has taken significant casualties. McCook has lost over 140 soldiers. Hazen, open up on Martin. You are exhausted, I know. And we see that Pond is lining up again. Come on Hazen, reload quicker. You need to deliver fire before Pond is ready to open up. Otherwise he is going to hit your flank. Come on Hazen. Very nice volley. Now you need to wheel back, otherwise Pond is going to annihilate him. And our skirmishing cavalry has withdrawn for the moment. Ammunition is getting very scarce. Kite skirmishers has stopped their pursuit. Let's get them forward. Rivera is taking some casualties. He has lost 56 of his soldiers. And Trick has also taken some casualties. Shaver is still in the area, but he is not focusing on our soldiers anymore. Okay, Trick is getting ready to move. Rivera, move over here. Do not obstruct the field of fire of Rivera's main force. He is getting very close to the guns. Nice fire, nice fire. There is Trick routed. And we hear another charge. It looks like Stuart is once more trying to get into our lines. We have Devons over here with over 1,300 kills and 500 casualties. Dowden, you have ammunition, you are fresh, you are going to replace him. Devons, fall back for the moment. And for the moment we have to play the waiting game. Down here the hunt continues. Rivera, move forward. Over here Shaver is surprisingly still holding. Let's get Kite's man forward. Iverson is now taking casualties. Still is also taking casualties, but the enemy is now willing to shift his forces, opening up their flank, maybe even the rear to two of our brigades. Very good. Kite is almost back in cover. Let's open fire. We have taken some casualties. Let's get the boys into better cover. And we can keep Trick's artillery running. Very good. Our snipers are almost out of ammunition. Russell is bleeding man. And our Shockheft can once again hit the flank of Pond. Pond is down to 1,400 men. McNair has barely taken any casualties, only 71 men, but he has killed over 500 enemy soldiers. Statham is taking a lot of fire. These supplies are also empty. I want them to withdraw. Trick is continuously running away. Very good. This is what we want to see. Bankhead is unfortunately still on the field. And Shaver is also still on the field. I do not know why he is getting hit from so many sides that he should have run away already. And over here I want to get Roberts a little bit forward on the flank of Stewart. Very nice. We should still have some good cover here. Yes, there is Stewart running. Hunt also move up on the flank of Russell. It doesn't look like they have anything left in their center. Sharps also get around. Russell's flank over here, Statham is falling back. Hazen still has to battle Pond. Pond is really not willing to give us any ground here. But it is not going to matter. Cat skirmishers are hunting Trick. Bankhead is still on the field, but I do not think that they can really cause many casualties. And finally Shaver is falling back. Let's get Kite forward, and let's get Iverson forward, and let's get Sill forward. We can now start to inflict some more casualties onto our enemy. Very good, we are hitting their guns. Reverse getting ready. Nice volley, not many casualties, but that's something. And McCook's division from McBuell's corps is here. They are holding Pittsburgh Landing, and I'm not going to send them forward. We have basically already won, and now it is just time for cleanup duty. Iverson, you're going to get Tyler's guns. Sill, you're going to move forward over here. You're going to hit the flank of Tribute and Stewart. They're still trying to break through, but we are not going to allow that. Roberts, you're going to hold your ground. And over here Russell is finally starting to bleed. We see that Gibson is battling our skirmishers. Let's order these boys to fall back to our main line. That is quite dangerous for them. And over here Statham is willing to charge. He is going to attack Page. Page has taken care of over 2,500 enemies. He has taken 600 casualties. And he has the Farmer Musket. He is one of our best melee weapons. And it looks like this flank has collapsed on the enemy side. Let's get our boys forward. And thanks to some good supporting fire, Page should be far more than able to hold. Let's get General Sherman closer. And down here we are starting to attack the guns of Kite. Down here we are still battling Trick. And still can start shooting at Tribute. Over here another rebel unit got routed. And we have found Pond again. Let's get our skirmishing cavalry on Pond's rear again. Page has driven away Statham. Come on McNear, get ready. McCook is opening up. Many of our soldiers are blocked, I guess, by retreating enemy soldiers. Or by themselves. And now we can open fire on Anderson. Hunton, I do not know why you want to charge Hazen. Why you want to charge Pond, but Hazen is coming up to support you. Skirmishing Cav is also coming up. Now it is time to make the enemy bleed. Let's get Kite forward, let's get Iverson forward. Tyler's guns are falling back. And I want Sill forward on Shaver. Over here Russell is down to 1,900 soldiers. Russell's soldiers have not taken that many casualties compared to the fire that we have been pouring onto them. And over here they still have something of a battle line. But we can see that one enemy brigade broke. McNair, you're getting forward. Ammon, you're getting forward. And Hampton, you are also getting forward. We're now trying to get on the flank of Jackson, and maybe we can even shoot Bragg down off his high horse. Kite's men are still battling Trick's artillery. They have not been repelled. Reverse skirmishers can get back into fighting position. Iverson on the double and hit Trevius' flank. Come on. Reload quicker. You're not exhausted yet. Very good volley. There is Trebu running. Now focus back on Tyler. Sel, you're going to move forward. Roberts, you're going to move forward. Tuttle, you're going to move forward. Price, you as well. Gibson is the largest... Gladden is the largest brigade left on the field, at least that we can see. And it looks like we can now push over the river. No, Pond is coming up. I was hoping we had dealt with Pond for good, but apparently he is still willing to fight us. 51 minutes left. River, get ready. Or in fact, move forward. You're simply going to move onto the enemy. You're completely exhausted. I cannot order you to charge, but you can close in the distance. Kite, you over there are going to attack Tyler's guns to make sure that Iverson does not bleed too much. And we can send Sil forward and Roberts forward. Well, Roberts, you should wait until we have taken care of Russell. Over here, Shaver is opening fire. Can they get our skirmishers? It looks like. Let's get our shafts a little bit back. They can still hit the enemy flank from back here. Page, if possible, I want you to focus on the open flank of Jackson. Ammon is now taking casualties, but he's also dishing out a lot of damage. Pond is once more falling back. Skirmishers, hit him if possible. And it looks like we are finally able to work around the enemy flank. We can see that Bankhead is falling back. Let's get our boys closer. Kite skirmishers are still battling Trick, but they have not taken too many casualties. Also, they were not able to deliver a lot of casualties to the enemy. Kite, you need to move forward. Tyler is still on the field. Trevi is still on the field. Over here, Russell is still holding us back. He has taken a lot of casualties, down to 1,700 soldiers. Gibson is also still on the field, and down here, Caldwell is still battling the enemy, but it looks like he has a small break in fighting. Statham is coming up. We might be able to hit his flank. And Jackson is willing to charge. Hunton, wheel around, open fire. Very good. There is Jackson withdrawing. We can see that Pond is coming up again. He is not going to be able to break us. Down here it looks like we have finally broken enemy guns. Let's get River down here. Kite skirmishers are still battling Trick. I am not going to focus on that battery. Tribute is still holding, and it is very surprising how well the Confederates are holding up their lines. Especially after the casualties every brigade of them has taken. I thought they would have run away already. MacArthur, you can now also get closer to Chalmers' line. And it looks like Pond ran away again. Let's get Hampton forward, let's get Hazen forward. Maybe we can get some more of the enemy lines. Unfortunately, we are not going to be able to close this pocket. Hazen and Hampton focus once again on Pond. Skirmishing cavalry also get forward. Very nice volley. Pond, of course, now has the advantage of this hill. But we're going to take it away from him as soon as we get up here. Come on, boys, now attack. Rivera is moving down to Trick. He has only 74 soldiers remaining, so a couple volleys should end them for good.
Russell is down to 1,600 soldiers, still hasn't faltered. Our snipers have taken care of 1,000 enemy soldiers, and I can just wonder how much our hunter snipers would have done in this fight. But we will never know. I'm still very hurt of their surrender. Very good. Pond is down to 700 soldiers. Down here, Trick is down to 100. And these guns were destroyed. Let's get repair forward on Hampton's artillery. On Hodgson artillery. My god, I can't read. And I want Kite to get a little bit forward. We need to be careful not to expose his flank, but I would like to get on the flank of Trebue. He is down to 1,100 soldiers. He is willing to charge. Everyone open up on his exposed flank. Kite, get ready. Kite's morale is looking good. He is now in melee. Come on, Iverson. Reload quicker. A nice volley into the enemy rear. But it looks like Kite is going to fall back. Our men are completely exhausted, but none of this is going to matter as we are now proceeding to the next day. And as you can see, we still have 43,300 soldiers remaining and 79 artillery pieces, while the force of our enemy has shrunken to 12,600 soldiers and 71 guns. We fought desperately yesterday and managed to hold Pittsburgh Landing. Our heroic fighters did not let the rebels advance further. All brigades of General Buell are here, so we can now initiate a counterattack to sweep the Confederates from the field. And that we will do. For the moment, I'm simply ordering this entire corps forward. We also have some supplies that need to be delivered to all of our soldiers. And as you can see, these supplies are getting drained almost immediately. Over here, I'm still going to send some of our own forces forward to get onto the enemy flank, and we can see that Gibson over here is trying to fall back. The most part of our soldiers are going to hang back. I'm wondering if I should send some of our second corps forward, but I would like to preserve the manpower of our own forces and simply work with the reinforcements given by General Buell. For now, I am going to speed up time. We can see that Johnson is moving over here. So I guess that there is going to be some fighting happening here. And all of the enemy forces are falling back. We have found Trick's artillery again. Rousseau, your skirmishers are going to take care of him. Couple volley or two should be enough, and we can see that Russell is attacking. Come on, boys, get ready. Rousseau, shift around and move on the double. Over here, Ammon is fighting, Bruce is fighting. Hazen, also move on the double. We see that Brian's artillery is setting up. Our own guns are hitting him good. There is Russell falling back, very good. Let's get our own forces up on this flank. Rousseau skirmishers, you can reattach, and these boys need to move forward. We see that Shaver is in this direction. And over here Ammon was repelled, but Gladden is now also running. Garfield is coming up, focus on the enemy guns. Boyle, you can focus on Shaver. Gibson, open up on Shaver. And Carry Commander Forrest has been spotted. He is not going to do anything to change the outcome of this battle. We are battling Russell over here. Forrest Cavalry is coming up. We are taking good shots at him. And over here our soldiers are setting up. Let's get Wagner on the double. Over there, Gladden is willing to charge again. Ammon, get forward. Very nice volleys from our soldiers. Forrest apparently wants to charge Wagner. And we have captured Trebu. Trebu has the rebuilt farmer. Thank you very much for your donations. And Terrace artillery is coming up. He has the 12-pounder Napoleon. Let's focus him on the enemy lines. Gladden is getting shelled by our ships. He should be repelled shortly. Garfield is opening up on Byron's artillery. Jackson is taking some fire. Over here, our soldiers are opening up on Russell. He is now finally wavering. Rivera is coming up. And I'm simply going to send Kirk and Rousseau onto the objectives. Smith, you need to move forward. If possible, you're going to get these artilleries. Over here, Gladden is still holding, even though he's taking a lot of fire. He is now willing to charge again. Let's get Hazen up. Yeah, there he is falling back. And we can see that the Confederate line is breaking. Ball and Gibson, you're going to move forward. Smith, open up on Jackson. Russell is falling back once more. Let's send our soldiers into pursuit. And these boys are marching towards their destination. Very good, very good. Gibson on the double. You have the perfect flank position. And down here our soldiers have blobbed up. Not very good. But it is also not going to matter. These are not our own soldiers and therefore I do not really care about them. Terrell, if possible, you're going to shoot Hudson. Or better, shoot Forrest. Gibson, I want to shoot on Gibson over here. Get ready, he is charging. 2,900 soldiers have shot and barely caused any casualty. I guess you still need some training. Russell is charging over there. Let's give our orders to the rest of our forces. Finally, Gibson is running. Our own Gibson can now focus on Hubbard. Wagner, you're going to rush into that gap. And over here I want Devons over. Show them how it's done. We have Mendenhall's artillery over here, 6-pounder field guns. And over there, Russell is falling back once more. We can see General Johnson over here at the Shiloh Church. Down here, Rousseau has almost taken the Spainfield or Larkin Belfield. I can't remember which one it is. Boyle, move up. And Gibson, charge those guns. Wagner is getting charged by Chalmers, but Chalmers is getting routed almost immediately. And Smith, you're going to charge Hudson's artillery. Devons is arriving. And his presence is making sure that Gladden is starting to waver. Come on, Devons, open up. Good volley. We are now taking Shiloh Church. We have captured the Spainfield. The Larkin Belfield is the only thing remaining. But I want to make sure that we can take as many Confederates out as possible. Let's get Boyle forward. Over here we are still charging. Wagner, get forward. Garfield, get onto Jackson. Hazen, get onto Robertson. Bruce, just move up. We are going to get through the lines of our enemies one way or another. We have Gibson surrendering. A few more farmers for our soldiers. He's taking over 2,100 casualties. Very nice to see. And I want Kirk to leave his position. Maybe we can catch Russell somewhere. Garfield, get ready to shoot on Robertson. Oh well, shift slightly as Jackson is approaching. Wagner, charge Jackson. Come on, boys. Very good fire. Jackson now has only 1,000 men remaining. He has now surrendered and he is going to give us a lot more farmer muskets. Over here we have once more found Russell. Let's also send Kirk forward to cut off his retreat line. And these men can push south. Everyone move south, move ever south. Come on. Robert's guns are down to 200 men, but we are very exhausted. I do not think that we could charge them. Over here Hodgins' guns are setting up and we have found Byron's gun again. Very good. Wagner, move closer. If necessary, we are just going to march through their lines. We can see that Galadin is coming up with 1,600 soldiers. But I do not think that they're going to have anything else left. Garfield, if possible, charge him. Hazen, move up. Devins, move up on Robertson. Smith, also move up. Very good. There is another Confederate battery silent. Kirk, you need to shift as Forrest is coming up. Russell is over here taking heavy casualties. Let's get our boys forward. All of them are exhausted. We would have to get very close to get him into melee range. Wagner, charge. Gibson, move further south. We can see that Galadin is over here. Garfield is in melee. These boys need to push up. Very nice fire from Bruce. And we have another Confederate battery silent. Galadin is also running away. He is down to 1,500 soldiers. Maybe we can even capture him. And we can now prepare to take the Larkinbell field. Forrest seems to be the only unit that is actually willing and able to fight. And over here we are trying to charge Russell before he can run away again. This unit has caused a lot of trouble and I would want to capture him if possible. Come on, Cardwell, cut him off. Price, get in there. But unfortunately it looks like he is able to get away. I do not know where Forrest went. Let's get Kirk skirmishers over here to make sure that Russell does not flip through our lines. And we are taking care of Galadin. Okay, I'm now going to speed up time a little bit. So that we can make sure that we can annihilate the entirety of the Confederate force. Kirk, you're going to get down here to your skirmishers. Russell is down to 900 soldiers. Darden, you're going to move up over here. River, you're going to get over here. Cardwell, cut him off. Kirk skirmishers, you can reattach as his main force is coming up. Kirk on the double. Kirk is getting rear flanked. Okay, I have a job for your skirmishers. And now get closer to Russell. Come on boys, everyone on Russell. And if possible, Kirk, you are going to charge. We have on our left to take all of the objectives. And yes, we have finally taken care of Russell. Forrest has captured Shiloh Church. And for all I care, he can keep it the whole 5 minutes that he is going to have control of it. Over here, Galadin is getting pressed into a corner. Let's get our boys forward. Gibson is ready to move up. And Wagner, you are going to charge into the rear of Galadin. Devins, also charge. Ammon, charge. Garfield, charge. Bruce, charge. Yes, there is Galadin giving up. It seems that Forrest is the only unit left on the field. So let's order our soldiers to take care of our objectives. Alrighty, there is Forrest. It looks like we will have to hunt him into oblivion. Skirmishing cavalry and shock cavalry, you are getting ready. Try to get him. And if we are able to defeat Forrest, we will have the entire Confederate army wiped out. He is now taking many casualties. Price is coming up. Maybe, yes, Forrest has capitulated. And with that, we have won the absolute victory at Shiloh. In total, we had 46,600 infanterists, 1,300 cavalrymen, and 80 artillery pieces. At the end of this 2-day-long battle, we have suffered 8,400 infantry casualties, we have lost 1 artillery piece and 364 for our cavalrymen, and 200 of our soldiers have surrendered. On the Confederate side, however, they had 43,600 infanterists, 2,100 cavalrymen, and 120 guns. At the end of this day, 32,500 of their infanterists and 1,200 of their cavalrymen were killed or wounded, 84 of their artillery pieces have been lost, and 4,400 of their soldiers surrendered. We have achieved absolute victory, and the best unit on the battlefield was Page with 2,700 kills, followed by Silver with 1,890, and a battery of 6-pounder field guns that has caused 1,600 casualties. The losses on our side are led by Page, who has suffered 690 casualties, followed by Emmon with 658 and Devins with 582. And if you take a look on our hunter snipers, they were able to kill 400 enemy soldiers and lost 112 of their men. And still, I do not know why they surrendered. Unfortunately, we are not getting shown any officer casualties from the first day, and I'm very happy to report that we have gotten a lot of promotions. Among them is the Brigadier General Julian Dennison, who got promoted to Major General, and the same goes to James Garfield. Last but not least, we were able to capture 4,091 reborn farmers and 3,800 farmers. Also, we got our hands on 18 6-pounder field guns, 6 12-pounder howitzers, and 180 Cook and Brother musketoons. And unfortunately, we were only able to get 150 of our hunter rifles back. And after this immensely successful fight, we were rewarded with 2 career points and 10 reputation. We also got $302,500 and 15,400 fresh recruits. We also got Major General Ulysses S. Grant, and we can now field an additional Army Corps. Last but not least, the 4,400 prisoners we took got exchanged for 1,000 additional recruits. Next episode, we're going to fight to secure a river crossing, but this has to be it for now. I hope you've enjoyed this battle. And until we meet again, I wish you all a great time.